RedNationBlogga back with another video, y'all. I'm sorry for screaming in y'all ear last time. I really didn't mean to do that, so that's my bad. My bad for that, y'all. The Houston Rockets lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder 126 to 107. This was a game where in the first quarter it was tied 31 to 31. Both teams looked like they were ready to play. Houston looked like they were ready to play. Houston looked phenomenal. Both teams played great in the first quarter, and then OKC just played great for the rest of the game. They played great for the remainder of the game. They outscored the Rockets 44 to 20 in the second quarter. Every other quarter outside of that was pretty close, but that second quarter was all she wrote. Guys, last year I was extremely patient with Jalen Green. Despite the missing shots, despite I don't even want to say he was inconsistent, despite the consistently terrible bad play, despite him being well below average from the field, well below average from three at his position, based on his positional rank, I was patient. I didn't want to trade him for Mikal Bridges. I didn't want to trade him for Paul George. I didn't want to trade him for Jimmy Butler. I was so patient. I said, I'm willing to go as long as possible, even into restricted free agency or even a qualifying offer before I make a crazy trade for Jalen Green. This year, Jabari Smith, I'm over it. I'm over the Jabari Smith project. I'm over it. This guy was the number 3 overall pick. His calling card was defense and shooting, 3-point shooting specifically. That was his calling card. The defensive part, he's been fine. The shooting part, he has not lived up to the drafting standard. The fact that Orlando even pretended as if they were going to draft Jabari Smith number 1 should get everybody in that front office arrested for fraud. Because y'all knew y'all wasn't going to do that. Y'all knew y'all wasn't going to draft Jabari Smith. Y'all knew that. Y'all knew that. I don't know why y'all wasted everybody's time. Y'all had the number 1 overall pick. Who were you trying to fool? Past 2 games, I think he's played under 20 minutes. Last night, he played 16 minutes, had 4 points, 1 rebound, 2 of 7 from the field. He was a -12. He's not good, guys. He's not good. For what this offensive lineup needs, he does not provide. I don't care about the wins versus San Antonio. I don't care about those wins. Because those wins that's against a bad team. When we need you to step up and play like the draft status that you were, when we need you to step up and help Alperen Sengun, when we need you to step up and help Jalen Green, where are you? You're nowhere to be found. Everybody in the starting lineup kind of got off to a good start, except for Jabari Smith. I just don't think that it's trending in the right direction. I don't think that he's getting infinitesimally more better. I don't think that the 3-point shooting has improved the way it needs to improve. I don't think that the defense is good enough to even say, hey, let's be patient. The shooting will come. I don't think the defense has been that good. He constantly gets blown by. He's not athletic enough to catch up to guys and swat the ball off the backboard on the back end. What's the point? What's the point? We got Tari Eason. We got Amen Thompson. 2 guys, and again, this was a blowout game. 2 guys that played 24 and 25 minutes. 12.6 rebounds for Tari Eason, 14.7 rebounds for Amen Thompson. And they didn't even have good games. Amen Thompson was a -19. Tari Eason was a -11. They didn't even have good games. And they still outperformed They still outperformed Jabari Smith. They still outperformed him. I can't be patient. Because I think last year I could be a little bit more patient with Jalen because it was like, okay, well, let's just try to get to the play-in. This year, it's the playoffs. This year, I want to make the playoffs, not play-in, playoffs. I can't have somebody like Jabari Smith Jr. on this roster doing this on a nightly basis. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. Let's get to Ime Udoka. Ime Udoka, I also believe he contributed to Houston losing this game, specifically in the second quarter. Steven Adams played 15 minutes. He had 5 points. He was a -11. He had 3 turnovers. But if Ime wants to throw Steven Adams out there to see what we have, that's fine with me. That's fine with me, right? But Steven Adams is not getting on the perimeter and contesting shots. He's not even coming close. This strategy where I'm going to put him on the worst shooter, which statistically going into this game was Alex Caruso. He was 3 of 21, I believe, before he made his first three versus Houston. And last night, he made 2 threes. He was 2 of 3. So they put Steven Adams on the worst shooter, or who they think is the worst shooter, and the worst shooter obviously gets in a rhythm because he's being disrespected. Alex Caruso, I don't care about the percentages. I know what your career percentage is. That's what I'm going to look at. I'm not looking at what you're doing this season. That's the dumbest thing coaches can do. I hate when coaches do that. Mike D'Antoni, in my opinion, lost Houston a lot of playoff series because of that strategy. Because of that, I'm just going to just disrespect the non-3-point shooter. At least you need to get a guy to get a hand up. At least, at the very least. Leaving a guy wide open is idiotic. It's idiotic. When you see Steven Adams struggling, and you see Steven Adams not only is giving up threes on one end, but he's so much of a non-factor offensively that is bogging up your offense, is mucking up your offense. There's no driving lanes. OKC's defensive intensity and awareness has picked up a ton. It was so easy. I'm looking at the TV, and I tweeted it during the game. I'm looking at the TV, and I'm like, go small. As bad as Jabari played, play Jabari, play Dylan, play Tari, play Amen, play Jalen. It's that simple. Switch everything. Don't let anybody get a wide open look. If a guy blows by their man, rotate, help the rotator by making another rotation, make them swing the ball, waste seconds on the clock before they get an open shot. That's not what Houston did. They put Steven Adams in there who does this to defend the guys at 3-point line. He literally just waves his hand. He doesn't even try to get out to the 3-point line to defend his shot. It's dumb. I don't understand why he did that. Ime, in my opinion, lost us this game. Another small trinket that I noticed about this game. Amen Thompson, I just got through talking about him. He had 14 points. He had 7 rebounds. But when you see OKC sagging off of Amen Thompson, and then Amen Thompson, because they have Chet at the rim, he's not even being able to be as valuable as he can be, which he's at his most valuable at the rim. But when you have Chet there, it bogs the rim down even more. It's tough. It's very, very tough for your offense. It's tough. And Amen Thompson couldn't shoot. I felt like it should have been Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith, and either Aaron Holiday, Reed Shepherd, or Fred VanVleet. And it should have been a 6 to 7 man rotation with the 3 guys getting subbed out, being Reed, Fred, and Aaron, or Jalen. You want to add Jalen in that mix as well. And I think that you should have just had nothing but shooting out there. Even Sengun can play. Even Sengun could have got some time. But I think when you plan a team that's switchy, when you plan a team that every position can beat you off the dribble and could catch and could create their own shot, you got to do something different. You have to. And I think that second quarter, when he stuck with Steven Adams as long as he did, seeing what he was doing, I think that was a mistake. That's all I got, y'all. As always, thank you guys for watching. RedNationBlogga. Please like and subscribe. I'm out.